Man, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. And today I got two-time champion coach. Was it back to back, coach?
Nah, it was a 7U. We lost at 8U, then won it again at 9U.
The two-time champion adjustment making coach out there right now. We got Coach Darnell. Appreciate you tuning in to the show. How you feeling tonight, Coach?
Feeling pretty good. Just left practice, springtime, just getting ready for the fall.
Okay, well, since you already mentioned the spring, man, we're gonna go ahead and get in it. How do you feel that y'all how you feel like you guys are looking at this point, and do you expect more talent to come along and help you guys try to win another championship back to back this time?
Well, we had 23 last year when we won nationals last year. For those that don't know, when I won the first national championship, I was the vice president of Lowell Stallions, and we won it at 7U and lost at 8U to ABN, and then I left the org and started DMVU, the Ferrari Boys, and won it again at 9. And we had 23 kids last year, and going into spring this year, I think we have 29 for the spring, a bunch of new faces. So, we're gonna evaluate and get everything right for the fall roster.
Okay. So now I find it pretty interesting being that I've heard of the organization, but I never really heard of you guys. And then to hear that you guys won the AYF national championship, that's amazing to me. And I just want to, extend my invitation, or matter of fact, my platform for you guys, just so you can get out there. Like I think I know some great 10U players. Y'all 10U now this season coming up,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm in Georgia, just in case you didn't know. So I talked to the coaches like Voodoo, RDU. So are you looking to play those type of teams this year? And if so, what would be a good time frame?
We played both those teams last year. We played Voodoo last year, Summershine. We played RDU, I think sometime in October, and leading 4 quarters and end up giving a heartbreaking touchdown at the end against RDU. We definitely looking forward to playing those teams again and some other teams out there.
Okay, so I did have a chance to watch you guys play versus Legacy, and that was the last season, right? I believe it was
Hold
Legacy.
up, I lost you.
Can you see me? Yeah, I can hear you, Coach. Yeah, I'm not sure. You got to go back, come back in. But yeah, for y'all that don't know, this is Coach D for the DMVU. They just won the championship last year. At AYF, and now he back. So, Coach, you guys played them last year, and you felt like you gave it up at the last second or
Yeah.
last minute, and so did that not entice you to want to play in like the Y and C to try to get y'all get back?
Um, I mean, we had set out before the season, with an AYF roster and a AYF schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
we just went with the goal that was ahead for that. So we really going into last year, we didn't know what to expect with starting new org, because last year DMVU, that was the first year of the org. So a lot of people had heard of the Lower Stallions prior to where I was at, and then some people had heard of the Virginia Hammers or the DMV Hammers, who went YNC Division 2 the year before for 8U.
Okay.
So while we was at AYF with the Stallions and they was at YNC Division 2, when I left Laurel, I ended up kind of bringing both those teams together to create DMVU. So
Okay.
it was two
All
pretty
right.
good teams.
Yeah. So being that, okay, this is a fun you guys, but I did get a chance to watch the Legacy game, and it looked like y'all had a pretty rough start in the beginning, and then just like good coaching does, the adjustments was made and then the clamps was put on. But what was the mindset that you put the kids in when Legacy was able to come out, maybe I think the first drive, and score on you guys?
Yeah, we came out and we kind of came out with something we don't normally do, and we changed up the front and the personnel a little bit, and kind of backfired on us. So, once they came on school, we put a drive together, came back down. We was like, okay, let's go back to what we used to, what we comfortable with, and let's see, what it looks like for them. Because the whole season, I watched Legacy U since they was Columbus Ice and those coaches, those kids. I always felt like the things they did kind of fit perfect into how we defend and how we play the game. So I kind of was looking forward to that matchup. It was real confident going into that matchup because the things they do kind of played into our hands.
Right. And I honestly, man, I say when the coaches took that gamble and didn't get it on the first down, and I thought it was kind of disrespectful if you ask me. The way that y'all start clamping down, and then I believe it was like a fourth and maybe 6 or something like that, and then on top of that, you run the ball. I just felt that that was disrespectful. I felt like that was the turning moment to where you guys just flipped it, and didn't just let go, didn't look back at all. So do you feel like that high power offense that I've seen, you can actually display that versus any team that y'all play against, including the ATA Elite Voodoo?
That's a tough defense. They are a tough defense, and we had some success on Voodoo when we did play. We actually had them down to the 2 yard line before they broke down, and we couldn't get in from the 2 yard line. So what you saw against Legacy U with that power football, we kind of put that in after the Voodoo game because I feel like we would have went to that kind of package. We probably could have punched it against Voodoo, and it probably would have changed the game. Um, our defense is our strong point. We are a defensive team, and defense definitely wins championships because the biggest defeat we had was the 18-0, 19-0 to Voodoo. Because when
Mhm.
we lost to RDU, I believe we lost 13-7. We was winning 7-6 going into the fourth quarter, and we ended up losing 13-7. So we don't give up a lot of points. As a
Okay,
team.
so what lead are y'all playing in this year?
We play AWAF. We play AWAF schedule because locally, that's most of the teams around us where we don't have to travel as much. Our parents, they not all for all that big time traveling, but I think they starting to get used to how the national game is played and a lot more of the traveling. So we just trying to prepare for some traveling ahead.
Yeah, so what I've seen so far, looking at travel ball, right? The people that play national ball, a lot of them teams, somebody like Rare Breeds, they don't really get that much they don't get that many games when it comes to like towards the end of the season, because sometimes you got teams that's already in the rankings that have a secure spot, and then when it comes time to play a team like Rare Breeds or something like that, then the team all of a sudden don't want to play. So I think that it has some benefits for you guys to play in the league. And the other thing that I do like about the AYF is that you got to win your league. You got to, like if you're going to say that you're the champion, you had to basically commit and completed every single step in order to get to the finish line. So that's a thing that I like about them.
For sure,
You
for
know.
sure. And last year, we won a division, and then we went on to the state championship. We won a state championship, and we went to regionals, and we had 2 games of regionals. We played first round. We played Mac Dolphins from North Carolina, who's a pretty well-rounded team, a
Mhm.
well-ranked team. We ended up beating them at overtime, and then we played Glen Lee from Virginia, the Virginia State champs, and we actually lost the overtime in the regional championship. Um, so we had to wait like a few days, or we got all the regional championships, and we end up getting a wild card to nationals.
Mm.
So it was kind of it was fortunate that we got the wild card, but we corrected our wrong, got the nationals and handled business because the Glen Lee game, even though we lost 14-7, we played them early on in the season where we beat them 41-0. So
Mm.
going into that game, I think myself and the staff and the kids probably underestimated Glen Lee because we put all our eggs in the basket against Mac Dolphins that day before. And Glen Lee didn't have to play the day before. They actually got to watch and play the winner of us and the Mac Dolphins.
Mm.
So, we
Okay.
had back to back and we ended up dropping the ball in the regional championship. But us getting a wild card made it down nationals and end up beating the team that beat Glen Lee in the first round, down nationals in the second round. So,
Man, that's nice.
yeah, it
So
worked out.
so do you got the core players coming back? Because
I do.
that's important. Yeah.
I do. I think we returning majority of our team except for 2 players, and then we
Mhm.
added some pieces from other teams that we evaluating right now during the spring, and then
Right.
we'll have a final fall roster going into the fall. So depending on what this fall roster look like, we might play our AWAF schedule. Might say, hey, we a battle team. Let's go battle.
So what is your, if you had to give an identity as to the type of coaching you display, what would you say that is?
Um, I think I'm a well-rounded coach. That me and my staff are well-rounded because we're able to, run the ball. We throw the ball quite well. We can come out and power. We come out and spread. We can defend the pass. We can defend the run. Like we just well-rounded. We play football.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's dope. Because the reason I'm asking, and this has been a thing for me, I feel like a lot of coaches they play favoritism with the best players. And then I feel like sometimes, man, like we get so caught up into the wins and losses, and we lack the development. So like
So,
that, yeah. So that's why I wanted to act, because I just wanted to make sure, because like some of these players, they don't really know schemes. They don't know how to look at a certain type of offense or defense, and read those type of defense. Now I see in your age, okay, that I'm gonna let that one fly just a little bit, because they still young. But like when you got some people that's what I want to say 12, 13, still don't really know how to read schemes and stuff like that, then I feel like, that fell on the coaches, because at the end of the day, in order for him to thrive, like after you guys, because he might know how you say it and what you say, because you might say, look, the man has to go over there. Like you basically told him, but you didn't show him what the scheme looked like. You didn't show him how to identify it. You just told him to be in this position, and he just know to be in that position and to cover that position. But
right.
he don't know, how to read the scheme moving forward. So when you go to another coach, let's say high school next level, and they like, what I call such and such, and that person didn't know, right? He didn't know, because this wasn't what he was taught. So that's why I want to make sure, man, the art doesn't get lost.
At all, at all. And I
Yeah.
want to say I'm blessed to have some smart kids where they understand, formations, they understand coverages, they understand man, they understand zone, they understand, picking up the blitz. Like we are way for us to be 10 years old, we are way ahead of our time.
Mm.
And I'm fortunate to play against a lot of other coaches who have kids and schemes that's way ahead of their time.
Okay. Is that coming from like parents being more knowledgeable and helping out, or is it that like they watch film? Like, yeah, what is equated to that?
One thing, we do have parents that put in the extra work behind the scenes. Like a lot of our kids do go to have trainers and things like that. But we as a staff, not only are we, just putting the kids on the field and just coaching this, we actually teaching them, and they students of the game. I'm blessed to have some student athletes that are students of the game though.
Mm. So I know you're doing AYF. And Darian is my guy. I have him on here.
My man.
I was able to help a lot of people get to the AYF that wasn't on their radar. So that's is one of the reasons why I actually do this platform, to help these babies get some exposure and have a platform to go to. If they need that type of exposure, or public speaking, practice and experience and stuff like that. But like with Darian, one thing I do like about Darian, man, is that he always reaches out to me and asks me, if he don't know a player, who is that player? Man, that player is good. Oh, I need to write an article on this player. Hey, could you get that player to come out? He's genuinely for the kids, and I can't really say that for everybody, but I think there's a lot of people that have their fair share as far as for what they do for these kids collectively. But like so I'm saying all that to say, the question I'm about to ask you is not any type of disrespect to my guy, but have you ever thought about playing YNC?
We definitely have. Um, like I say, we set out, but with it being our first year last year, we kind of really didn't know what we had, or it was a fill out process. But I think going into this year, the coaches, we know what we have, we know where we at, and we definitely looking to play some of those top teams in the country this year. I mean, it was playing RDU, playing Voodoo, playing Soul Boys. That made us better.
Mm,
No, we didn't take L's. We took some lessons.
absolutely. Yeah, that's all it is. So, have you ever thought about playing in an organization called Warzone?
We heard about it. We heard about it. I think we are participating in the northern hospitality this year as well.
Hospitality, AYF, man.
Yeah.
Y'all AYF for
I
sure.
mean, I didn't know. Listen, I don't know who run it. Like they bring me stuff, and if my parents all in, like I said, I just need the participation from my parents, and we'll go anywhere, and play anybody.
Yeah, yeah. So, is it in Savannah this year again?
Um, I think
Savannah, Georgia.
the southern hospitality is down south. The northern hospitality, I believe, is in either New Jersey or Ohio, which is a little closer
Okay,
to where we at. Yeah,
got you. Now that's dope. Because I think um not only them maybe Warzone. I think Warzone is like July 21st or 19th to the 21st. And then I believe that Southern Hospitality is somewhere around that time.
yeah,
And then Battle, they have their things and stuff like that.
yeah.
Now
August first. Yeah,
yeah, those three are for sure good organizations to go to because a lot of times they get a lot of exposure. Now, what comes with it, it's a whole nother thing, especially if you win it. You're gonna have a lot of coaches coming at you. Hey man, we want to play, we want to play. So that's why, I think that winning is important to a certain extent. When you win and you go to like I say, like a war zone, you got a lot of other people there recording, and then some of your kids may go viral and stuff like that. So they get the exposure. Now, to me, what I realized after filming for so long, I realized the exposure um is important for the kids because it creates more opportunities for them and they can thrive. And then you got people that notice them and notice the organization. And with that, a lot of opportunity comes. So, you
indeed,
know,
indeed.
yeah, yes, sir.
So I
So
mean, we had a lot of kids that's nationally known, like that do travel to a lot of these combines and all star games and play with a lot of the the voodoo kids and some of the kids from down south. We did participate in the battle preseason last year, which was in the DMV. It was kind of in
okay.
our backyard, and we did. I mean, I think we had a bad weekend. We went 1-2 at the battle event, which was cool. Then, like I say, throughout the year, we played voodoo at Summershine, which we probably would do Summershine again this year. And then, like I said, RDU came to town. So we definitely looking to get into some of those bigger events that, with them bigger teams is at to really make a name for ourselves. Because I know a lot of people don't give all the respect to AYF as they would, as the YNC.
Yeah, man. I was gonna get to that. I think that they got a lot of talent though, man. That's because like my cousin that plays for I mean, he's the president for the Oakland Dynamites. He ended up going there
Okay.
to the AYF, and he just felt like the way they laid out the red carpet for him, it was a great experience for him being out there. I don't think that he's played since then. He played in the Snoop League, but AYF is a good organization. I always give AYF, um, YNC, and then I like what B2C does, but they're not national.
Yeah.
And then
They got
Warzone.
D1. D1 is out there. UYFL is another big national that they normally have down south. Um, yeah, YNC and AYF are the two top.
All right, so what's I know the goal is championship, but what are the teams that you didn't get a chance to play that you want to put on that schedule?
I know our owner, he's from Florida, so I know he's been talking to Lauderdale Lakes. We're trying to get it, the org versus org with that. I wouldn't mind playing ABN again. We lost to them at 8U. We didn't get a chance to play them at 9U last year because they had lost to Legacy. I definitely look forward to seeing the Soul Boys again, RDU, and definitely Voodoo.
Okay, so that's your hit list right there.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I've coached against OG Ducks. I've beaten OG Ducks. RCU. We normally battle with North Philly Blackhawks from time to time. PMEs in our backyard that we didn't get a chance to lock up with last year. That's a pretty good team. So
Okay, so now that you named them, so they not on y'all schedule already. The RCUs and the
nah,
Blackhawks.
nah. July, I believe that weekend you said that it was a battle. I think in July 19th through the 21st or something like that. It's something big going on in Ohio that we trying to get invited to. I know Legacy U. I think ABN's gonna be there. Soul Boy's gonna be there. Indy Firehawks might be there. Like I've heard a lot of those names that trying to get us there. Like I said, if my parents on board with it, we'll be there.
Hey man, I'm gonna put a couple more teams on your radar.
Please do.
College Park
Okay.
Rams, good team.
Heard about them. I
Oh,
like them. I believe a lot of them branched off. They used to be Hapeville, I believe.
national. It was the what was it? National. Oh, Old National.
Okay.
Old National. Yeah. So they are a really good team, and then you got a team. What is it? What is it? Is it? I don't know. It's not Tucker. It's how can I?
I mean,
Uh, uh,
I like to play Bessemer. And,
Rattlers.
Georgia Rattlers.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a team. That's a team that would be equivalent to y'all. Really
Equipment.
good, but
Equipment.
when I say equivalent, I'm talking about really good but underrated.
Uh,
Like far as like y'all don't get the credit that y'all deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia Rattlers is a team that gives every team's problem. They may not win, but if you don't come with your A game, you could for sure lose. But I think, but out of the two, I definitely give College Park, the nod. But they are both really good teams.
and I do like College Park. I did follow them a little bit last year. And saw them against RDU. Uh, like I say, Bessemer is another organization I heard good team that was out there that was at YNC that we would love to play. I would like to get Indy Firehawks again and any other teams that's out there.
Yeah, so Bessemer, I think I'm not sure if their 10U is good. I know that they'll be 9U this year. They won it last year. Um, yeah, and it was a stacked AU. I'm talking about AU was so stacked around the country.
Yeah.
Like, and so for them to win it, man, that's amazing. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah,
Like,
AU will going in the 9U this year in our area is pretty big too. We had a couple teams that was in the top rankings too. PME who won AWAF,
mhm.
Merlin Elite, high definition was pretty good, and then we had Merlin Heat who was a pretty good team, which is now over here with us with DMVU. So we pretty much have a tough organization too that had played some travel ball.
Okay, so what about Frankfurt?
I heard something about them. They more I think in the Philly area, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah, they're in that area, but they were doing pretty good. So I'm not sure how far they went though. I need to talk to the coach as well.
Yeah. I don't think they beat none of the top teams in the DMV.
All right. So out of all the teams that you name, how many of them do you feel like you need to beat in order to actually get your name out there?
It's only one, Voodoo.
Voodoo, that's it.
Voodoo.
I ain't-
Voodoo.
I give you RDU because they are really good. They're really
It's a
good.
good team. I think I go. The game is on YouTube. The whole game is on YouTube. That's a game we should have won. I feel like the better team didn't win that game, and we'll run it back. We ready to run it back with them. I think
Yeah.
we played well against Voodoo. 0-0 going into halftime, giving it up. Here and there to play.
So how long you think that scheme is gonna work? Like how long you think that I call it the military offense because everything is just quick pace and a lot of times defenses don't have enough time to get ready and set. And so by the time you try to get set, they already hike the ball,
Right.
and everybody out of play. So like, is that something that you're kind of training the kids to prepare for this time, this go around, or you feeling like the formation and stuff that you running already is enough?
I mean, we handled it pretty well because we run a fast paced, no huddle type of system as well. So the pace of the game didn't really get to us. I think their conditioning really beat us. They was way more well conditioned than we was at that time. I think we played them at like 95, 100-degree weather, and by second half we was gas, and they was still full head of steam. I mean, we played fast and physical. We had some stops. We made them turn the ball over. We had some success moving the ball a little bit. So I feel like moving forward, we made sure our conditioning was better, and we made sure our bigs up front was well more conditioned and was better because we had our opportunities. We was able to block a little better. I think we had our opportunities against Voodoo. We gave them a good game.
Oh, you know, I gotta put one more on your radar. They're a little far though.
Okay,
Crescent Crescent City.
I heard about
They went to the championship, lost to Voodoo, but they are it's like I think the original name, I'm not sure, like Louisiana Chargers or something like that.
it. Okay,
But man, they are tough. You talking about passing, running, like they can do both, you know, but they end up playing Voodoo. But yeah, that didn't end well.
I
But
saw it. I saw it.
yeah, but they are a really good team. I think sometimes, man, if you ask me, um, sometimes the team don't be as good, right, or that much better than the score indicates. I think sometimes the coaches don't have a good game plan or they deviate from what got them there, right? And oh, hold on, somebody correct me. Let me see. Crescent City doesn't have a team anymore. They best player at Voodoo.
Oh
What?
wow,
Are you kidding me?
wow. How you YSC run ups and then you don't have a team? Like you can't let that happen.
What?
My phone going crazy over here. People text me and everything. I can't open it because if I close it, it messes up our stream. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Nah, man. See, I gotta talk to Coach Batman. You know, that's my guy, man.
that's
But
my guy. Good guy.
you,
My
you
man's
know,
mine.
they starting to call Atlanta Merger City.
Hey,
they ca-
they saying that everywhere. I think they said it pretty much up here. That's what coaches do now. Instead of coaching the kids, everybody want to merge.
Yeah, but it's all right. And I always say this. Coach probably get tired of me saying his name. Coach Mark, I think he's one of the ones that get a lot of the best better players, right? But I also understand he still enhances the play in the style of the player's game. Every coach ain't capable of doing that.
And what I'll say is, with a lot of people don't understand, they be like, "Oh, you stacking your team, you getting all the best players." Parents want their kids to play for good coaches. If you're a
Mhm.
good coach, those kids, like when I left Laurel Stallions, when I left the national championship organization I was with, when I left for personal reasons where I didn't even call no parents or tell anybody follow me. But once they heard where I was coaching at, where I took accepted the next job at, those parents followed a good coach.
Mhm.
And when you play against certain teams and certain organizations, some parents reach out, Coach, what do I have to do to get my son over there with you? Or how do I get with this team? So folks need to realize that parents pick their kids or want to follow good coaches, or they feel coaches who they feel want to develop their kids or put their kids in a better situation.
Absolutely. And I don't mind that now, but I do mind coaches just going from team to team. I mean, parents just going from team to team just to, to try to ring chase.
Right.
I don't feel like that's going to be the best way to get your son, or you got girls that play now too, but you get your son developed, because sometimes, man, everybody got different ways of coaching, and the child might be so confused that they really don't even know what's what. They don't know. You probably told them that it was a certain type of scheme. This person might told them it was different. This person might told him that you should never do this. Like, and this person end up confused. This player. So I just think just finding that coach and sticking to that coach, win, lose, or draw. Stick with them and really assess it off whether or not your kid is getting better. Is
Right.
he better than he was last year? Do
Right.
you see a progression? Basic judge it off that, because the wins are going to come. That's why I'm trying to,
That,
tell the parents. If you trust in that coach as much as you say you do, trust it. That team is going to be, going to be hard. They're going to be tough. You just got to trust the process, because like
that,
a lot of times, man, these people don't they don't take the time to build that camaraderie with each other, to the point where how like you play with somebody, you play on a person team for so long that they know like where you gonna be at. They know, like just certain little things.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
don't get that by just going from team to team to team. So, but what's your thoughts on that though, coach?
Um, One thing I always say, and these coaches got to understand it: we don't own any kids. A coach don't own a kid. A parent is going to do what they want or what they feel is best with their kid. So each and every year, the roster is never going to be the same. Like one or two kids might drop off. You might have three or four new additions. That team is going to be different than it was last year. But the coaching doesn't stop. You still got to coach up the team that you have. And we don't own no kids. So if a parent ever decides, oh, I want to take my kid here, I'm always gonna wish them the best. I'm never
Right.
gonna feel no ill will towards any coach or any kid, or I mean any parent or any kid, just because they decide to go to another team.
Oh, it's a lot of that in California.
Yeah.
Oh my
We
gosh.
don't own these kids. Like the parents want to do what they want with their child. Is their child.
But I'm saying in California, like my cousin, he's getting a lot of flack because they feel like he's taking all the kids. But it's not that he's taking the kids, it's that he's treating them how he's supposed to. He giving them stuff that they need, that essentials, and he's developing them.
If you can coach, they will come.
They will come.
When parents see a team that's well disciplined, well organized, have this, have that, and it's a good look, they want to be. A lot of people want to be a part. A lot of kids want to be a part of that.
So let me ask you. I know you only doing 10U, coach. Are you talking to some of the coaches in high schools, or just to kind of try to prepare the kids to either go to that school, or you just stay away from that?
I actually coach high school as well. Like
Okay.
I don't understand how I was able to pull off a national championship last year by coaching high school, coaching youth, and only really practicing 2 days a week. A lot of other teams practice 3, 4 days, sometimes 5 days a week. We practice twice a week. So one thing I love about the DMV area, a lot of the high school coaches and just coaches in general kind of communicating, and we have our tight circle where we um let kids visit certain high schools, coaches come to the game, stuff like that. And it's a real wonderful thing with the coaches in our area. That's one thing I can say.
I think that's good though, because like
Sure.
I try to tell some of these kids, and that's why I was talking about the schemes and all that, because some players may not even know what's best for them, or with the type of way that the coach is it suitable for that player? Like, because some coaches might be pass, pass, pass. Some might be running pound game. Some might, just like just focus mostly on defense. Like, I mean, it's different ways that a coach go about game planning for a particular game.
Right.
But understanding the type of player that you have, sometimes you can foresee better than him the type of team that he should go to. That's why I kind of asked the question where like you can make a suggestion like, hey, look, I'm not going to tell you where to go, but the teams that I've been watching, this one has been a little bit more suitable for you, and I think that you would thrive a little bit more. So that's why I kind of asked those type of questions.
And one thing, like I say, we're a well-rounded team. And one thing I think that makes me the coach I am is I coach to the personnel that I have. So if I have a power, some kids that run power well, we can do that. If I got some speedy kids that I need to get in space, get the ball to a space, I'm able to put a spread in place. So um, as a coach, you never stop being a student of the game yourself and learning yourself. So you always make yourself better by being able to change to the game or with the personnel you got. So I've always been able to coach to the kids that come on the yard and put kids in a good position or good situation for the team to succeed. Because I don't have no relatives, no kids on the team. I've coached my kids, but with this team, DMVU, the Ferrari boys, I don't have any kid like that. So I coach the team to the best of their personnel or what they can do,
Mm-mm.
and
Okay.
we well rounded. Like I said, we able to power, we able to spread and pass. There's a lot of things we can do very well.
So if you had to say that you had a rivalry team, who would that be, coach?
Uh, Rivalry.
Yeah, that team that you just can't lose to, or just go. Some coaches got that one game that's like, man, I can go and forever, but I just can't lose to this team.
I think with the wellness that we know each other, and the past and the kids, the way the kids know each other, I think our rivalry in our area probably be PME, and we didn't get a chance to play them last year.
Mm,
But we know them very well. They know us very well. I'm real familiar with the Philly Blackhawks. We played them a few
mhm,
times. We played them twice last year at Battle, and then we played them in the preseason as well. And I've seen them at nationals. Um, and before I became to the Friar Boys, when they was the Virginia Hammers, they played against RDU at nationals down at the Battle D2. And
mhm.
we had another good game this year, so I'm looking like that might be a nice rivalry every year coming too.
Okay, so I noticed in the past, what was y'all record? Because I know y'all played some really tough teams. What was y'all record last season?
I believe we was 27-5,
That's dope.
27-5, and the five out of the five losses, four of them came to ranked battle teams, Indy Hawks, Saw Boys, RDU, Voodoo.
Indy five, Indy man, the Indy team, they was tough. That was a team also that I never even knew about until last season. I was
Yeah,
like, these
and
young
that was
dudes.
and that was a 7-7 ball game as well, going into the late to the fourth quarter, and they scored on a broken play late in the game. That yeah, doing
So
back.
yeah, they're honestly, I'd rather get blew out than to lose a tough one. Man,
Yeah,
I just think for me playing, when I was playing football, I just didn't get over that. It was just so hard that, like, I would rather get blew out knowing that I'm gonna lose as opposed to, losing at the last second because I think it sting a little more. But it's good though that you got these players out there competing and stuff like that. But what are some of the programs that you got the kids doing now to prepare for the season?
we actually, doing spring tackle on Saturdays, and on Sundays we in the 7-on-7 leagues playing 7-on-7 against some 11Us and stuff like that. Just keeping the boys active, like I say, is we evaluating right now. With the tackle and 7-on-7.
All right, so you know what type of player you're looking for. What type of player makes the coach team? What type of player that you look at and say, yeah, he's definitely got it. He's a part of the team.
Um, a kid that's coachable, respectful,
Mhm.
and works hard. If you work hard and you got a lot of the heart, and you got the will, you just want it, we'll coach you up. We'll put you in a position to go out there and go get it.
Mm.
We teach
Yeah,
assignment football. Everything, it's a brotherhood. We work together. One can't do
absolutely.
without the other.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear, man. We just gotta all get on the same page, man. So I don't know if you notice, man, some teams out here, Georgia, losing fields and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. We just gotta make sure we all aligned, and all on the same page so we can make sure that these babies always have somewhere to go and a
Hey,
platform, in this field and a platform to go to. So that'd be my angle, man.
man, same thing going on here in the DMV. It's tough to get fields, the permit fields here and there. Then there's leagues here, leagues there, and teams going here not want to play stuff like that. It's difficult here, but like I say, we've been real, blessed at what we have, and I'm blessed to work with the kids that I do work with. And like I say, some of those losses that we took last year, like that helped us so much because a lot of these kids playing these local games, they not used to losing. So when we went down to Voodoo, or when we, lost to Indy or the Soul Boys, it taught us to overcome adversity. So when Legacy U did come out and score us first, we didn't drop our heads. We didn't cry maybe the way we used to in the past. They was like, up, let's button these chin straps. Let's go get it.
Oh yeah, y'all
Yeah.
came right back, man. That
Those games
game,
help. Yeah.
it showed me a lot. That game showed me a lot. I said, okay, this team is resilient. This team, they have a lot of belief. This team understand that they belong, and this team is a bunch of dogs. They got a bunch of dogs on that team, man. When I seen how number 10 was doing, he was doing very well in the beginning on the first drive,
Mm.
right? And then next thing you know,
Little Stacy, yeah.
yeah, man. They y'all came out and had that impressive drive, kept chipping at it, scored, and then just start being stingy on defense. Like I was, man, that showed me that I want to see that that you guys play the best, because I believe that if y'all able to keep this core, it's going to be a lot of teams in trouble. It's going to be a
So
lot of teams in trouble. And I'm not just saying that because you're on here. I just know what I see. And people, and Coach Al will tell you, people give me all the flack. They like the fact that I say Coach Al team is good or this is that, man. They just be like, man, they not that good or they not this. Look, man, I know talent when I see it.
and
I
they gonna
know,
come to play. Yeah,
yeah, I know a good team when I see it, and that's why like I be wanting to see that type of team play versus you know Voodoo another time, because the reason why I say that is because you guys are good at making adjustments. And I wanted to see the adjustment that you guys would have made playing them again, that the same season, So I
yeah,
think if it was only 18-0, I can only imagine what it would have been like, so
for
hold
sure,
on.
for sure.
Coach, hold on, coach. Cause I'm going, I ain't gonna even take too much more of your time. He said, Coach D, what do you say? What is there another name of your team other than DMVU?
Ferrari boys. They well known as the Ferrari boys.
Okay. Yeah, bro. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you too. The other reason why I feel like y'all probably having trouble getting your name out there, man, it's DMV everything. DMVU, DMV. I think it was the Knights at first. What was
No,
it?
all those teams are still around. DMVU this is the second year of DMVU at all. So this right here is brand new. That's why a lot of people don't know or hear about it. Like I say, I've come from the Loyal Stallions who won the AWAF in at 7U, and then we was back in the national championship at 8U. So a lot of people had knew Loyal Stallions, and then like I say, some people had knew Virginia Hammers, which was the Ferrari boys. So when I came over up under that umbrella, we created DMVU, but we kept the nickname Ferrari Boys.
Mm,
So
okay.
it's not people pretty much don't know DMVU, but it's a new organization, and now we have some of the top coaches and top talent in all of the DMV. So people will hear about it at not just the 10U age group, but at our other age groups as well.
Hey, man, I say this, man, y'all definitely got to be stacked on that defensive end. I know that you said that that's your identity, but man, the fact that that young man went to play with Voodoo, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. I don't know if you ever seen him, but like, oh wow, that is crazy. So yeah, man, you definitely got my blessings to go out there and stack the deck if that's what they out there, you know what I'm saying, doing. And I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't give full credit unless all teams are kind of evenly, because it's hard, it's easy to beat everybody when you know you got all the best talent.
Hey,
But
talent still got to be coached. You still got to
yes,
coach it.
that's true.
A lot of
That's
coaches
true.
fumble talent when they have it. They a lot of coaches fumble it.
Now that's very true. But yeah, coach, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. I don't want to take too much more of your
Man, I
time.
appreciate you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, so you've always welcome, and like I say, Coach Al, my guy. We usually don't do it on today's, like we really do Monday, Tuesday,
Mm.
but I'm looking to do it every day. Like at the end of the day, these children need something to go to every day. It's not just Monday, Tuesday. So that's why I was like, okay, Wednesday be dope. All right, so.
It was a
But
good
yeah,
day for me.
but let them know where to find you, just in case some coaches want to reach out, you know.
Our Instagram is DNVU the Ferrari Boys. You can find us on IG, or you can find me DEE_Beast on IG as well, and just Google DNVU
I can't
DNVU
let this
Ferrari
one
Boys.
go. I did see a question under in the comment section. I think it was something saying that don't hide. I think it was from another coach. I just want to know just a little bit about that if you know what I'm talking about.
Who might that be?
I don't know. He said that he haven't played. They haven't played you. I think he was running or something like. Oh man, that's crazy.
First of all, we don't
I,
run for nothing, but I don't move without my parents. Like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, but all right, man. You know,
City
but
Life is
thank you.
still City Life still in DMV. We play. Matter of fact, we played them this weekend for in our spring opening. City Life is still around.
Hey, there you go, coach. But all right, man. Appreciate you tuning in.
No problem. I
That's the
should have my
sport.
other shirt on. We not hard to find.
Hey, yeah, make sure y'all subscribe for those who are new,
Oh,
you know,
got
to
you
the
for sure.
page, man. Appreciate y'all. This platform, as I mentioned, you know, is for these babies, and we looking to develop it, and it's for the coaches as well, you know, to come on here. You know, we building it slowly but surely. But long as I stay consistent, you know, the victory shall come. So,
Hey,
you
you
know,
got our support. Don't support nobody who don't support you, and you got our support.
absolutely. Thank y'all.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.